You have been told the same lie for 40 years. It's practically a ritual at this point. You visit the GP, rubbing a stiff knee or nursing a sore hip, hoping for a real solution. They glance at your chart, look over their glasses, and deliver the standard three-word prescription. Just walk more. They tell you it's low impact.
Easy peasy. And I personally guarantee we'll take excellent care of you.
They tell you it's good for the heart. But here is the terrifying truth they aren't telling you. For many of you watching this right now, walking is not the cure. It is the accelerator. That sounds insane, right? How can walking be bad? Here's the reality. Walking is a maintenance activity, not a building one. Think of your body like a house. Walking is like painting the walls. It looks nice, but it does nothing to fix a cracking foundation. If you are already losing muscle mass, a silent condition called sarcopenia that acts like termites eating your strength from the inside out, walking on those weak muscles is dangerous. It's like driving a car with flat tires. You aren't going anywhere. You are just grinding the metal rims directly into the pavement. You've probably felt the warning signs already. Despite your daily walks, do you still feel that sudden heart-stopping wobble when you step off a curb? Do you feel that deep burning ache in your lower back just from standing at the sink to wash dishes? Or maybe it's the groan, that involuntary sound you make when you finally push yourself out of a deep sofa. That isn't just getting old. That is your body screaming that your type 2 muscle fibers, the fast twitch engines responsible for catching you when you slip, are shutting down. And the scariest part? Walking does zero to switch them back on. You can walk 10,000 steps a day and still be too weak to catch yourself during a fall. But today, we stop the decay. We are going to ignore the standard advice and use a surgeon-approved chair protocol. This targets the specific lifeline muscles that walking ignores, starting with the very joints that keep you independent. The ignition protocol. We start the repair immediately. We have to fix the silent failure in your lower body, the reason you trip over invisible cracks in the sidewalk. It begins with the second heart in your calves. When they get weak, fluid pools in your ankles, turning your legs into lead weights and causing that dreaded senior shuffle. The seated calf pump. Most people just bounce their heels. That's useless. Instead, lift your heels high and hold for 2 seconds until you feel a cramping squeeze. That squeeze acts as a manual pump, forcing stagnant blood back up to your heart and reclaiming the spring in your step. But a springy step is dangerous if your shock absorbers are shot. If you feel a grinding catch in your knee when standing up, your quad muscle is failing. Exercise 2, the lockout extension. Kick your leg out dead straight. Then, this is the secret. Pull your toes back toward your nose. Feel that tightness right above your kneecap? That is you building a roll cage around the joint. This tightens the tendons that hold your knee together without the crushing impact of pavement. Finally, we address the #1 reason seniors lose their independence, the bathroom. Specifically, the inability to lift your leg high enough to clear the tub. Exercise 3, the high knee march. Sit tall, don't lean back. Drive your knee up toward your chest until you feel a pinch in your hip crease. Walking only moves your hips a few inches. This forces the deep lifeline muscles to wake up. This ensures that when you step toward a curb or tub, your foot actually clears the obstacle, saving you from the fall that ends it all. The anti-hunchback move. But there is a dangerous trap that even the most active seniors fall into. Have you ever caught a glimpse of yourself in a shop window and been shocked to see your shoulders rounded forward and your head jutting out? That is the kyphotic drift. It is not just cosmetic, it is a balance killer. When you slump forward, it shifts your center of gravity directly over your toes. This means the slightest stumble sends you toppling face first. And here is the irony. Walking often makes it worse because you stare down at the ground to avoid tripping, which pulls you further into the gravity trap. The fix. The anti-slump seated row. You can do this with a resistance band, or just create your own tension. Reach your arms forward, then pull your elbows back hard, keeping them close to your ribs. The secret sauce. Imagine you are trying to crack a walnut between your shoulder blades. Squeeze that walnut for 3 seconds. This motion pulls your center of gravity back over your hips where it belongs. It's the difference between being a fragile tower waiting to tip over and a solid, grounded pillar. Now we arrive at the Holy Grail. This is the single movement that surgeons agree is the ultimate predictor of how long you will live independently. The sit to stand. Here is why it beats walking in a head-to-head battle for your survival. Walking is endurance, but standing up is power. Power is the very first thing to leave you after 60. Once it's gone, you are trapped. We have all felt it, that momentary panic when you sink into a deep sofa and wonder, do I have the strength to get back up? That is your power fading. The move, the no-crash squat. Using your chair as a safety net, stand up tall. Now, here is the secret that changes everything. Do not flop back down. Lower yourself slowly, as if the chair is made of thin glass. Touch it lightly, then drive back up. This controlled burn engages the largest muscles in your body, the glutes and quads. It triggers a flood of myokines, powerful anti-aging chemicals that act like a fountain of youth for your brain and heart.
These particles now travel to the heart.
Walking gently taps on the door of fitness. The sit to stand kicks the door down. It forces your body to defy gravity, ensuring you are never the person stuck waiting for a helping hand just to leave the room.
So, here is the choice you face today. You can continue to just walk and wonder why your joints ache and your strength fades. Or you can spend just 10 minutes in your chair and build the armor that keeps you out of a nursing home. This routine isn't about vanity. It isn't about looking like a bodybuilder. It is about the dignity of doing things for yourself. It is about the freedom to get down on the floor to play with your grandkids and knowing with 100% certainty that you can get back up without them having to worry about you. But speaking of hands, there is one final hidden weakness we haven't touched. Surgeons call this the biological crystal ball. It is the single best predictor of a future heart attack, and it is often the very first thing to fail. Test yourself right now. If you struggle to open a fresh jar of pickles, it isn't just annoying, it's a warning sign. It's that sinking feeling of having to ask for help for a simple task. But you can reverse it.